All right, what's up, guys? This is indeed my shit box. Got some dirty ass 20s on it, 20 by 12s. It's lifted. Oh yeah, and God, down here, it's dented. I ran over something on the road one day. I don't know. It's a shit box. I did a video talking about how you don't really want to spend a bunch of money on a nice vehicle. Yeah, look at that rust there. I just painted up. Good God, look at that rust. But like I said, it's a shit box. Why would you want to spend good money to destroy it with car audio? But yeah, that's mine. All right, guys, what's up? That was my shit box. A lot of you guys know it. Hell, a lot of you guys probably been in it for a demo. So it is what it is. But anyway, you know, I've kind of done a video on here talking about buy a shit box, not a nice vehicle to do a big build in. So we're not really going to get into that, but we are going to get into just a build in general. And, you know, I've kind of talked about a build to do hair tricks, and just kind of a baseline of requirement and different factors, but a build in general. I got my wife's Blazer that I started building for her back in January. I brought it home January 3rd. And I had to assess the damage on that vehicle. And luckily I tattooed for it. I did a couple little tattoos for that thing. And it ran, transmission leaked, had to fix that. Which was not what the guy thought it was. The guy I got it from told me a pan gasket was leaking. It wasn't. Whoever put the motor and trans in it really did a half-assed job. So the whole front end was shot on it. I'm talking A-arm bushings, all the ball joints, all the tie rods, everything. And it was squatted, lowered in the back, pretty stock in the front. So I did drop spindles on it and everything. And guys, the point I'm getting, I did a lot of work on that thing before I ever even started a build in it. But then when you start a big build, like with this Jeep, I did a budget build in here. All budget equipment, everything was budget. And believe it or not, it was a lot easier and quicker to build this Jeep, doing it a little bit at a time and starting out budget. I mean, with that Blazer, I had to do, you know, OFC wire, a C-Max battery, alternator. And Brand X did a really good job on her alternator. Versus going with a 320, I went with a 270, which was what Jonathan said would do more at idle. And yeah, that little thing, man, it builds up the voltage quick. Like after demoing, it'll be low and you just let it sit there for like a minute and it's right back where it should. Good job on that one. But you know, there's a lot of things you got to think about when doing a big build. You got to order all your RCAs, and you really got to sit down with a pen and paper and be like, RCA from here to here, here to here, then from the DSP to this amp, and from DSP to this one, and from here to bass knob to here, distribution out to these amps. So, yeah, when it's said and done, and you're like, God, I need 12 RCAs, you know. Doors, building doors. My God, her doors took me a month. So there's a lot of work, you know, you don't even realize how much work goes into a big build. You know, I got probably $200 in fiberglass in that thing because fiberglass went up. You know, I got like a gallon in the doors and then probably over a gallon like sealing off the B-pillar. So, guys, I know it's just not as easy. Everybody thinks you can just throw a build together, but you can't. You know, I did build her was when wood price was up, and obviously I used a better wood in hers than the old shit box here. This is all pine plywood. Hers has like some really nice maple, but it is what it is, you know. I ain't even making this video about the amount of money that went into that builder that goes into a big build. I'm just kind of making this for you guys that's thinking about doing a build to kind of grasp the reality of what it takes to do it. I mean, a lot of guys do it. You know, look at Steve Duncan, man. I could only imagine the time and effort that he's put in that build. Well, I can't imagine it because I just did a small build and there's just so much work goes into it. I mean, from I really didn't start her build in January. I just started fixing her Blazer in January. The shit that was wrong, because, gosh, some rednecks on that thing, and I mean, they didn't do it no justice, guys. But, you know, it's on the road now. It's running. I'm happy with it. The wife's happy. Little wiring issues, you know, even starting with that shit box. And it's what I like to build. I don't want to build a newer car, but I had to order all power window motors and regulators to put in the front doors, because the windows didn't work, you know. Then we ran into a little problem with a short, but that's a whole nother subject. But just in general, the power window motors didn't work in it. So I had to order just a lot of little stuff for that car to get it going. And after getting it going, you know, just doing the build in general, there's a lot that goes into a build. And a lot of people don't even realize how much work goes in it. When I crawl into somebody's build to get a demo, I kind of like to look around and be like, damn, you know, they got a lot of work in this thing. And especially if you're getting them builds that have the big fancy doors and really pretty install, because I don't do a pretty install. I try to do a half-ass clean install that looks all right, and I learn as I go doing all this, but I just try to do a functional loud install. But some guys do loud installs like G-Car. My God. I can only imagine how many hours it takes to sand everything out and smooth it out to paint it inside of a vehicle. I like throwing a wood roof up and adding fur. I mean, I ain't even gonna lie. This hides a lot of imperfections under here, buddy, and we living with it, you know. It's got our best life going on up here, guys. But anyway, that's just what I wanted to touch on today. Is when you look at a build, man, check out how many hours and everything that you think it took to build that, because I've been working on my wife's build like 6-7 months and just now got it playing. And the Jeep did go quicker because I saved up and just bought a bunch of crap, like really budget stuff, budget wire, budget everything, and threw it together in a couple months. And it wasn't, you know, it wasn't nothing. My wife's loud is built as hell. I mean, my wife's build is loud as hell. God, I should edit that out, but I'm not that kind of guy. But yeah, hers is loud. This Jeep wasn't near that loud in the beginning. So anyway, guys, have a great day, man. Take it easy. Peace out. Bass on.